Randy, remember when I came to you before and I stopped you and I seen you the first time at the gas station at the same time? I said that's all you need to do is listen to the video and then speak like we're all temples. And when the Spirit's within us, you can heal within. But remember I said we're in a different dimension. Because if we were anywhere else, like no doctor will let you out with your fingers like that.
I know.
Nobody. And when you said you were in the hospital at May 6th or whatever, and they just told you antibiotics is going to fix this, you know, show my son your fingers. And we're videoing them. I'm making a point here, Mandy. Because if the people should be able.
Pasco Hospital told me, go and die somewhere else. That's what Pasco Hospital told me.
See, now show them your fingers. Like, I mean, you see this, and this is when I seen her, and her fingers are rotting.
Yeah.
They're rotting.
Like this part right here is where I had a band-aid around it, and just like that's how it went. And I'm like, I went to the hospital for this one, and they squished it out. And I was like, I thought I smelled like, like.
But they're rotting. They're rotting.
I thought it was my hands, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I was like.
But even that day I told you when I had my vest on and I caught you.
Yeah, I know.
When I gave you a hug and I said I'll come to your grandma's and we'll listen to the video and feed the Spirit within us, like inside your temple. And then things could have been different. But you chose your drugs over the Spirit. And I know like you're in a bad position right now and you need help. And the system is failing you because they're in their own loop. As well, you're in a loop, they're in a loop. Because there's no way they would let this go. No way. If anything, they would have stopped you, took you, and then forced you into care. Do you agree? You know, the system failed you. They failed us. They failed me as a person too. Because I have to see this, and I sympathize for you. Many people are lost. They're in their own loop. When they can't see, clear as day, your fingers are rotten. They're rotten. There's no way of saving them. You know, like, what would you like to say to our system, to the people out there?
I'm pretty fucking choked. Like, they would even tell me that, like, go and die somewhere else. Like,
They told you
for that doctor to tell me that at Pasco Hospital.
Told you to go die somewhere else.
Yeah, there was two of my guy friends there with me supporting me, and then they were like, one was in the waiting room waiting for me, and then the one that was in the room with me, he was like fake sleeping, and he heard that doctor, like saying that to me, like, you know what, like, that's all that they gave me was like menstrual cramps, like Tylenol, like
painkillers.
Yeah, for pain.
Yeah.
And they said that, okay, well, you know what? Just leave it. You can just go and die somewhere else.
And
that
that's
white
what I mean.
doctor.
I know.
That was a woman's doctor. That was a woman doctor too. And I said, wow, you just fucking told me to go die somewhere else. Like,
I know. You lost your faith in our system, right?
yeah.
And I even lost the faith in our system as well. Like, you're not the only one, but I'm not the one that's in serious pain, and I'm obviously my fingers aren't rotten, and I do feel for you, Mandy. I really do. Even when I met you at the gas station, when I offered you, you know, reading that John 1-21 of our video, and to get the Spirit fed within you, and then once the Spirit fed within you and your light comes on, there's a chance that you'll be able to fight what little you have left. You know? Do you still think about that?
Yeah, I think about it constantly, like consistently, and then like, you know.
We need to make a meeting. Like, I mean, I'd love to do this with you.
I would love to
do the video.
And I'd love to get off this shit and do like what you said, but then again, you know, look back on history and you see people who actually did do like with the
Spirit.
Look at what happened to these people. people who, like, you know, they're dead.
I know, but if we're dead,
Like, we
if we're
fight
dead,
the system, we fight them. It's like, you know, shit happens to them and their family, and I'm worried about, like, my own kids.
I know, and I
Already,
understand that.
I'm
I really feel.
scared. Like, I seen the people, like the guys, like, and I don't like you, Cal. Like, I know my for a fact, like, these guys are drug dealers too out here. And
Well, they're everywhere, but the biggest thing is you're out here looking for stuff for your pain. That's what you were doing, right?
yeah.
And then even when I met you at the gas station, when you borrowed the $10 from me or whatever, you said you wanted for weed, but it was for something else. Obviously, it wasn't for weed. But I mean,
Like,
but
I
we
go-
were.
I
At
go
least
out
you
and
talked.
boost, you know, like I go out and boost, and I go back and it's like I get robbed from either my nephew or my cousin Brendan, right?
Yeah.
And then they all fucking lie about it, and then I'm like, I wouldn't be out here on the streets. Like, I was working out on Stroll, you know,
Yeah.
and the things that I was doing is like life changing for me, and I'd never seen myself ever doing that kind of stuff. When I was younger, I used to say that I would never do that shit, and then look at what I was doing.
But the thing is, no. Like, if you have a chance to get the spirit within you, wouldn't you take it? And then, furthermore, when it's lit up inside, that's the temple. You are a temple. You're no different from myself.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit's just dwindling. It's gonna go out soon. The whole idea is to get it lifted up again. I'd love to make a meeting with you and go through the video, and I'll be there with you when we do it. You know, so we should look into it, because I mean, I really feel.
Do, like, I honestly do, Cal. I honestly do, like, because there's nothing else, because, like, there's nobody else out there for my kids, you know?
You're the only one there
I'm
for
the
your
only
kids.
one that's supposed to be there. Like, when their power was going on, you know, my mom, she didn't even acknowledge my kids. Like, she only just said hi, bye, that was it.
I know the feeling about family. My own family don't talk to me either, and it's because of me doing the true mark, and I'm connected with the Bible and stuff and the Spirit. They threw me aside, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. That's why I'm out here talking with you. My family don't mean nothing to me compared to this, because if I could try to help somebody, it's better.
As this one right here. This
Yeah.
one was, and then, like, it's like I could do it, like, it can go straight now. You see?
But I mean, what do you say to anybody else that's doing, like, I mean, the drugs out there?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got pain, you got something that you're really looking for the drug for.
Yeah.
But when you first did it, like, I mean, when it grabbed you.
It was like, I was totally against it all, you know? I was never like this. I wanted to do, like, what I was doing when I was going out to the cows and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I can't beat, I can't sew. I was like, anything that I've ever done in my life, I can't even show my girls how to bead. I can't even show them how to sew.
But you could show them once, like, if we do, like I said, get the keys to heaven, get the spirit fed within you, and you light up when the spirit wakes up inside your temple, and then you can show them not to go your route, you know, to take this
That's
path,
exactly,
right? And then you could share them, you know, with them, that the doctors aren't treating you fair, people aren't treating you fair, right?
Yeah.
So there's still lots of life for you to do and to help other people.
That's true.
This once to get this, but the main thing is to get the spirit fed and lit up in your temple, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So we
Like,
got to make a meeting.
I wait, like, I still think of it, like, constantly and consistent. Like, I think about it. Like, you go look out over there, like, say at the store on the corner. Like, you go see how many people are laid out there, like, just from, like, you know.
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
That's a fentanyl.
And then even when I
And
went
you
down
believe-
that back alley, I was like, it's starting to look like Hastings. Like,
I know,
that's
but the thing
worse,
is, you know, the system could be doing something. The police could be doing something. The government could be doing. Any drug house in the city could be shut down. You agree? Anyone, anybody, just follow follow the people. They'll know exactly which houses, who's selling. Correct? They don't need anything to favor it and find out. They can shut anything down. It could stop. But the government's allowing it to happen. Missing women?
Like going into these drug houses and
And they don't come back, right?
Exactly. Like, like someone that does, who goes against, they testify the law,
Yeah.
see what happens. And I've seen it myself. I was like, I can remember being only 7 years old and my mission telling me, be cautious, whatever.
Be aware.
I could remember my mission getting taken out of the house, to the city, out of the city.
Yeah.
If it wasn't.
Because I want to try to help people like yourself to get that spirit fed within you. You understand that? You know me for a lot of years, and I always came to you with God and about the spirit.
Yeah.
Always. So, we're interviewing you right now with us. We're doing this, and we're gonna put this out there in the air. Is that okay? Well, so that other people in the world could see this, that the system, it failed you. The system failed you. And they failed us. But you're the one feeling the pain. That's why you have to do your drugs for the pain.
Like, you see how I had to use my name? I had to use my middle name.
Yeah, let me see.
And out of province, I had to use my middle name for them to treat me differently. I used that name.
Stone Child Eva. You have to use a different name to go into the hospital.
Like I used my middle name and my dad's last name.
6th of May of 2026. And then what did they tell you?
They told me, they gave me IV antibiotics and told me that I gotta hear back on a plastic surgeon. And then when I was in the hospital for 43 days, there was nobody that came to see me,
Nothing at all, right?
nothing. And then Carmichael's was supposed to be supporting me, and then they dropped once the warm up the all night the Federal Center.
Yeah.
They are shut down. And now I'm going to this clinic. You reminded me I gotta go to this clinic here on 5th Avenue right beside the drugstore.
Yeah.
And they're also being an advocate for me too.
They're speaking for you. And that's good. Because
I
they feel for you too, because this is foolish. This is foolish.
I know, and you know how long it took the doctor, the plastic surgeon doctor, 40 days to come and see me.
40 days. And they should have been there in minutes.
I know.
And they treat animals better than humans.
Exactly.
Like a cat and dog when they're running loose and that, and it's not like you're homeless. You have a home that you're staying with your grandma.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not homeless and you're out here struggling for nothing. There's no way that you should be doing it. And this by yourself is foolish. And that's why I said in 2012 the world ended.
So I've known you for half my life, and I was just a little girl when I first met you, and then we didn't actually get renting with you until maybe I was 16.
Yeah, well, your grandma was there.
Yeah.
And then you were there. I known you, like I said, you said, for a long time. But I always brought that up to you. I always talked about it. Even through my addiction, right?
Yeah.
And my using drugs and all that stuff. You've seen it with your own eyes. And you see what I'm doing now.
I remember fighting 2 of your girlfriends. I remember that.
Yeah.
Waiting for you, and then I'm like, I don't like you. I remember that, and then I was and then she's like, oh, you just sound like Kelvin's kids, and I'm like, what? And I was I don't know.
Yeah, but fortunately, we gotta start our own little army, and that's to fight against this stuff, and fight against the system, because the system there's something not right with it. Definitely. Right?
And you see what it's
So you need to get well. Nandi, you need to get well. Like, I mean, the whole idea, let's make that meeting, just get the spirit lit up in you, and then let's fight this together. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.